Good morning or good mid-morning, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to some Saturday matinee baseball here from Mumford, Texas. A surprise sprung on us this morning, Jonathan. We thought we were going to be at College Station for this ball game and ended up calling Coach, hey, where y'all at? Nobody's here.
We pulled up, and all we heard was a giggle from Coach when we called him. He goes, oh, man, I'm sorry, guys.
We're already kind of getting ready to get underway defensively for the Cougars. On the mound, number 22, Caden Flater. Behind the plate, number 5, Colton Haas. At first base, number 20, Zeke Bullard. At second base, number 23, Madden Hurd. At third base, number 9, Cooper Martindale. At short, number 2, Keaton Johnson. In left field, number 10, Landon Hawkins. In center field, number 8, Thomas Herring. And in right field, number 3, Eric Glenwinkle.
Yeah, Keaton Johnson.
Due up for the Raiders in the first, number 8, Colby Driscoll. Number 12, Christian Caro. At first, pitch in for a strike to Driscoll. And Jacob Solis batting third. That pitch is fouled off for strike 2, and Driscoll quickly in an 0-2 count. So we do have some changes in the lineup today. Coach opting to play some other players in a non-district contest. That pitch just misses low for ball 1.
Yeah, non-district gives a lot of opportunity for players to try to prove themselves into a location, especially if there's any kind of struggles that are happening.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will do it for Driscoll.
Yeah, if there's any struggles on the team, whether that be defensively, offensively, whatever the case may be, this is a sort of a proving ground, against a quality team here in College Station to have these guys come in and allow them to make a name for themselves, possibly as district gets back underway starting next week.
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1, and Flater with a solid start.
Yeah, he is just pounding that strike zone right now.
That pitch is fouled off. Lefty-lefty matchup. Jacob Solis on deck. The 0-2 pitch. That is fouled off.
A good thing he did get a piece of that, because that was actually going to break right in there from my angle as a strike. So able to stay alive here and ruin a really good pitch.
The 0-2, this is cut on and hit back up toward the middle. This will be played by Martindale. Martindale to first. And that will retire Caro. 5-3 on the putout for out number 2. And that will bring up Jacob Solis.
Yeah, a little traveling lag for the Rouse Raiders. Late game again last night, finishing up in Hayes. Even though it was a quick non-13 inning expade, they still did get done till 10:30 or so, and then the drive home and back to the house and settle in.
Flater winds and deals low for ball 1 to Jacob Solis. That's the first pitch non-strike that he has pitched this morning. This is popped up, a high fly ball into shallow right field. This will be played by Glenwinkle. And the Raiders go in order in the first.
Yeah, College Station having to make a little bit of a rundown here, not playing at College Station's field as we got there this morning. We did notice, Mike, a lot of rain on the ground, so I'm
a lot of rain, and it looked like they had a grass field.
Yeah, that probably played in bringing them over here to Mumford. Mumford, beautiful turf field here that you can see in the camera. Only going to be bringing you one camera view for today's game. Just the side track and going different location didn't really allow us a lot of time for setup that we would traditionally have, and finding a spot for a second camera view. So
defensively for the Raiders, on the mound, number 8, Colby Driscoll. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 22, Ashton Preston. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 16, Jake Spates. And at short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left field, number 14, Joe Burry. In center field, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right field, number 5, Noah Stover. Due up for the Cougars in their half of the first, number 2, Keaton Johnson. number 8, Thomas Herring, and number 12, Cade Corcoran. Corcoran, the designated hitter for the Cougars. The Cougars out of District 17 5A. They come into today 7-9 overall on the season. They're 1-3 in district play. They're coached by Chris Litton. He's in his 11th year with 155 wins. He's assisted by Carson Ellis, Jarrett Beckusen, and Josh Pippin. They have 10 returning starters. Their 2024 record was 16-15 and 7-8 in district play. Your Rouse Raiders out of District 25 5A come into today 12-5-2 on the season. They're 4-2 in district play. Their head coach is Chad Krempine in his 24th year with 528 career wins. He's assisted by Manny Perez, Drew David, and Will Noble. Their 2024 record was 34-10, 10-4 in district play, and state semifinalists with 4 returning starters.
Yeah, and here a bit later we'll have some scores from around 25 5A district play with the conclusion of week 3.
Driscoll from the windup. He delivers. This is cut on and hit foul down the right field line for a long strike one.
Yeah, and again, Michael, getting to see some fresh names and faces. I say fresh names. Same names that we've known already, but in new places as Colby Driscoll gets the start here on the bump for your Rouse Raiders.
The 0-1, this is hit foul down the right field line for strike 2. And with that being said, we forgot something very crucial to our broadcast. It's baseball time in Texas.
Yes, it is.
As we are underway here in Mumford. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Worked him outside, having a late swing there. Keaton Johnson not able to keep up with that fastball, and Driscoll decides to go ahead and bring it inside and high and gets a swing and a miss.
Both pitchers
fed him down.
Retire the leadoffs with strikeouts. Thomas Herring comes to the plate. He will foul this one back out of play.
Yeah, Colby Driscoll, as we have seen, does fill in at the catcher spot behind Carson Pruitt. But so far, really liking what I'm seeing from him on the mound.
The 0-1, breaking ball, high and outside for ball 1. Rouse, no stranger to Mumford, as they played here in the playoffs in 2017 and 2018. Strike down the middle.
Pitch there.
Breaking ball cuts across the plate for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Herring. Cade Corcoran on deck. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away as Corcoran makes his way to the plate. Corcoran, the designated hitter for the Cougars. He's hitting for the starting pitcher, Caden Flater.
First look at a lefty here for College Station.
Corcoran, the tall, lanky lefty. Pitch down and in, swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, height you would think of a Colin Correjo, but not the lanky part, right? Just he's lacking that size that Colin always had for us.
The 0-1, that pitch down the middle, and Driscoll pounding the strike zone here early in the bottom of the first. 0-2 the count to Corcoran. That is fouled off, and the count will remain 0-2. Again, we want to thank everybody tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball and spending your Saturday with us. Coming off of last night's contest at Hayes. The 0-2. That pitch, my goodness, that looked good.
Yes, I would say that was low in the eyes of the umpire there, although it was a very, very good-looking pitch.
1-2 the count. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3 is Driscoll retires the side on strikeouts.
Yeah, have a
After one complete. We're scoreless here in Mumford. On to the second we go. Due up for the Raiders. In the second, Mason Gonzalez, Connor Thompson, and Noah Stover.
A good little breeze blowing in from dead center field here at Mumford Stadium. And nice field, as I mentioned, all turf. 315 to the corners, both left and right, and 370 to dead center. So nice symmetrical field, not having that stagger that we see sometimes between left and right field.
So we do have some scores for you.
Yes, we do.
Last night's action.
So going back 25-5, I will not have these up to where I can show you a view of them, but Liberty Hill getting another win last night to improve to 6-0 in district play, winning 10-0 against Lockhart. Rouse obviously are getting our win last night, 14-3 in 6 innings over Hayes Hawks. Leander again falling 3-1 against Kyle Lehman.
Leander was
split
playing Cedar Park. You took him back, Glenn?
Not Glenn. Sorry, Glenn played Kyle and lost 3-1, splitting that series.
1-1 the count to Gonzalez as he stands in.
Then Cedar Park winning against Leander 5-4.
That was 10 innings.
Yeah, also having a split in that series as well.
2 balls, 1 strike, count to Mason Gonzalez, a lefty-lefty matchup. Connor Thompson on deck. This is hit back up the middle. This will get into center field. And Gonzalez with a leadoff single here in the second.
And our first base runner of the game has now reached, represented by Mason Gonzalez. Picking up where he left off, batting out of the left side, and really just hitting hard up the middle last night and continuing that trend here in his first at bat today.
Yeah, Connor Thompson last night goes 4 for 4 with 3 triples and, 3 singles and a triple.
Yes. The
First pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah, low for ball 1. Comes right back at it, just raises it just enough to get that strike call to even the count at 1. And squares off to show bunt. Fouls it off.
For strike 2.
Late turn and offer there as he was trying to see if he could sneak in a bunt for a hit and still advance Mason Gonzalez on the base path.
One and 2, the count to Thompson. Throw over to first, not in time as Gonzalez gets back in safely. Noah Stover on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside, a breaking ball for the first out. And coming off last night's game.
I'll say first time he's been retired in almost 24 hours.
Right. That'll bring up Noah Stover. Stover not usually in the lineup. He comes in as a pinch hitter most times.
Correct.
Throw over to first, not in time.
And he is playing out in right field today.
I didn't go over the defense for the Raiders.
I'll place of Arribas.
And pitch high and outside for ball 1.
Arribas or Burry. If we have Burry out there and Adrian Gray, or if Adrian Graves is out there and he's normally in left and Burry would be in right, but Arribas is proven to be worthy of holding down both defensively and offensively.
1-0, that's cut on and miss for strike 1.
Oh, yeah, and then the swing and miss with the long extension. Actually, the bat came around and made contact with the catcher, Colton Haas. Right off his face mask, it looked like.
Flater takes a long look in from the stretch. The pitch. This is fouled back out of play for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Stover. One on with one out here in the top of the second. Throw over to first. Not in time.
You always wonder, a lot of lefties possess a great pickoff move, and so far it's been very distinguishable whenever he's going to make that throw over, and maybe that's by design.
Throw over, not in time.
You know, sometimes those lefties with such a good pickoff move will bait the runner into thinking that he's, you know, very easy to read, and then he turns around and throws the real pickoff move and catches him sleeping.
The 1-2 pitch, that's cut on and hit over to short. This could be trouble. There is one, but it's not in time to get two. That'll be a fielder's choice by Noah Stover.
Of course, College State
Gonzalez,
happy to exchange an out for a
6-4 on the put out of Gonzalez for out number 2.
Yeah, very slow in developing was that double play opportunity.
That'll bring up the first baseman, number 22, Ashton Preston.
You sort of wonder if Keaton Johnson there at shortstop had a good handle on that as he sort of lobbed it over on the first part of that double play.
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 1 with the fastball. The 0-1 pitch. That misses outside for ball 1. Flater doing a good job working the corners. 1-1 the count. Throw over to first. Not in time. Stover's back in. Hand foot as he gets up. Hand on the bag till he puts his foot there.
That's right. Always a point of contact. Oh, that was a pretty pitch.
Gosh, that was gorgeous.
Absolutely buckled the knees
1-2 the count
there of Ashton Preston. This
is the first time we've gotten to see Preston in action.
Yes, it is. Well, he came in last night, I believe, for one.
This is lifted up into shallow center field, and Johnson underneath it. He'll make the catch, and the Raiders get no runs on one hit. They leave one.
I was going to say, I believe Ashton did come in there, and he hit a shot down left field line, didn't he?
No.
No? Okay.
He did not. I can go back and look at my...
I thought he was one of the pinch hitters that had come in that game.
Oh, wait, yeah, you are right. He did. He came in for Caro.
And hit that shot down left field line for a double.
It
got
was
an
RBI double.
Yeah, he swapped places with...
Good call. Hey, guess what, bro? Oh, no, we got another stat, a stupid stat, made-up stat.
What we got?
We got an EP by P. 2 nights in a row, man. My play-by-play fielding percentage is taking a big hit. Oh, Francis, you got to get better, buddy.
The great thing about that, folks, is I can't get called for that because I'm not the play-by-play guy.
No,
I'm not supposed to get it right.
You would be the EA, the E-analyst.
Analyst, yeah. No, yeah, that was the inning that allowed Raiders to put it away. They had 9-1 going into that. Coach electing to do some pitch hitting for several of the locations, and they all came in and just kept swapping places with the doubles, double after double, and we ended up putting up another 5 runs in the 6th to put the game away.
Due up for the Cougars, Glenwinkle, Bullard, and Martindale. I'll go over the Raider defense here in just a moment. Colby Driscoll back out on the mound. breaking ball, off speed, in for a strike.
Yeah, well out ahead of that one was Glenwinkle.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
And that one a little low in the zone, but still offered at by Glenwinkle for strike 2.
The 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3.
Well, he got away with that one. Pruitt actually setting up on the outer half of the plate, expecting a low and away, saw probably a breaking pitch, and that ended up finishing high and middle over the plate, and still got the swing and miss.
The first baseman, number 20, Zeke Bullard. That is fouled off for strike 1.
And as much as we have Colby Driscoll pounding that strike zone on first pitch, I mean, these guys are giving it a swing every time. I don't know that anyone he's watched.
This is fouled back and out of play for strike 2.
So I don't know that they've ever sat there and watched a first pitch strike unless it was just a ball.
They're swinging the bat.
Yeah.
He pitched 3 pitches to the first batter in the first, 4 to the second, and 4 to the third. He pitched 3 to the first batter in this inning, and he has pitched 3 so far to Bullard.
Actually, Landon Hawkinson.
This is popped up and hit up to shallow center field, and pitcher Taro will park underneath it and make the catch. That'll bring up Cooper Martindale.
Don't know if you caught that. Cooper Martindale caught sleeping over there in the on-deck fielding percentage.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, he actually was beat to the ball by Landon Hawkinson, who's now in the on-deck circle. Landon running right by him.
That huge column is right there in my way, so I can't actually see
I got you.
The on-deck circle. You're going to have to step up there, Jonathan. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
I am all over it. One of the space-filling stats that we have here on the Rouse broadcast.
That's pitch in for a strike. We got a bunch of made-up stats that we like to throw in there just to have a little bit of fun. We'll try. 0-2 the count to Martindale. This is cut on and hit foul and back out of play.
So what I want to know is we need to get with some of these College Station folks here and see where the best place to have lunch is at before we hit the road.
Right. Yeah, Jonathan enlightened me last night.
Oh,
is off the glove
Spates,
and that will go into shallow left field.
Yeah, making a hard move to his left, a good crisp hit from Martindale, and
that was off his glove.
It was off his glove. That would go down as an error.
E5.
You know, and he just did what he could to try to knock it down, just not able to corral that ball, and would have been an interesting pop-up and throw with Martindale getting it up the line.
That'll bring up Landon Hawkins. Hawkins, the left fielder, he takes for ball 1.
Ooh, that was pretty. I guess a little high.
Chad Dye checking in, as always, doing a great job, gentlemen. Go Raiders.
Appreciate you, sir.
The 1-0, that's inside and squibs away from Pruitt, but he's quickly up and gets to it to hold.
Yeah, one of the things Coach loves about Carson Pruitt out there, he fields that position so cleanly at catcher. Very rarely are you seeing an actual passed ball. Wild pitch here and there, but not really much to go in his.
That is cut on and hit over to second. Caro has it. He plants and throws to first, and that will do it for the Cougar second. They get no runs on no hits. They leave 1 after 2 complete. We're scoreless here in Mumford.
Need to. I don't have my phone. I just thought about that. It was I don't know if you caught the scoreboard, our broadcast scoreboard there for what I put for College Station.
C-Stat. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough.
Yeah, so that's an ode to my boy Caden Kaspar. That's his word for College Station.
Yes,
It's C-Stat. They call it C-Stat. And then, of course, one of my coworkers who was born and raised in College Station, he goes, no, it's not C-Stat. It's BCS.
Bryan College Station.
Bryan College Station. You're supposed to call it BCS, like Bowl College Series, or Bowl Championship Series, BCS.
Back in the day when we had the BCS.
Yes, sir.
Before we had the playoff system. Due up for the Raiders, Jake Spakes, Joe Burry, and Colby Driscoll. Caleb Driscoll. Copy Bridge has, if I'm saying it right, has great burgers in College Station. Go get him, Colby Driscoll. He's doing a great job on the bump this morning.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I mean, we have definitely had some iffy outings, if you want to put it at that, this year. And last night not being one of those. Carter May had a heck of a game.
He did.
86 pitch or 89 total pitches, only one walk and 6 strikeouts in that game. And just really, really commanded his fastball and breaking ball very well last night.
Caden Flater back out on the mound for the Cougars. As Spate stands in and takes for strike one.
And then Cooper Dye, of course, comes in to get the close. It was not a close situation because it wasn't a save. It wasn't a save. He closed, but it wasn't a save situation.
That pitch high for ball one.
But he himself talked to him a little bit after the game. He said, man, it took me a little bit to settle in there. I was like, yeah, but he did just fine.
The 1-1. That pitch high for ball two. Two balls, one strike count to Spates. That pitch way outside for ball three. An overcast Saturday morning here in Mumford. The 3-1.
Oh, pretty big.
In for a strike, a breaking ball, and takes the count full.
Yeah, late movement on that, breaking in at the right-handed bat of Mr. Spates.
Payoff pitch. That's inside for ball four.
Too far inside there as he lets that one go and takes his free bag.
That's the first walk issued by Flater this morning.
Now we have Mr. Joe Burry.
Joe Burry, normally he's in the leadoff spot.
He is, and I think that
he struggled as of late, so coach has made some changes in the lineup, and last night actually was being DH for, if I remember. That pitch.
He was not even in the lineup.
He wasn't even in the lineup.
No,
right.
Not in the lineup. Adrian Graves and Arribas were both out there for the first time, actually seeing each of them left and right field, respectively. And Adrian Graves took the leadoff spot.
Shows bunt, lays off for ball one.
But again, struggled, and we're still seeing a struggle after our most outstanding leadoff spot was vacated by Rainer Heinrich. And
Little Nerner, who's doing a bang-up job at Tarleton State. Throw over to first, not in time.
Absolutely killing it down there. And, you look at him on TV, and it's like, man, you didn't think he could get bigger.
Oh, my God.
And, dude, the kid is just yoked, man, and just a stocky, short bull over there and just crushing the ball and doubles galore and lots of RBIs.
Conference
really doing
player of the week. Shows bunt and fouls this one off for strike two. Colby Driscoll on deck. One on with nobody out here in the top of the third. We're scoreless so far in the contest.
But, yeah, again, just back to it's been a little bit of a revolving door at that leadoff spot. I think we're pretty much set at the 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, those are all pretty solid with who we have in those locations. And, coach just looking for that final piece, get somebody on. Burry having a lot of great speed as he is one of the outfielders, normally left field or right field.
Flater comes set. He deals. That one's low for ball 2. 2-2.
Look at me, I'm slacking over here. There we go, 2-2. Scoreboard is now up to date.
A 2-2 pitch.
Not
Catches him
pulling the
looking.
trigger. Not pulling the trigger.
He checked his swing, or thought about checking his swing, and then.
The minute the ball was there, he shook his head like, "Oh man, I knew I should have pulled the trigger on that one." And that is the spot here for.
On away. That is the 3rd strikeout by Flater.
Yeah, Caden Flater doing a great job of working that inside. Oh, we have
over to first. And he saves it to avoid the tag.
Yeah, well, it was a high throw from the first baseman.
So he'll pick up
Bullard.
A stolen base.
Coming over to cover was Keaton Johnson, and he had to really climb the ladder just to get that ball, and that allowed our runner to slide in.
Spates extends his lead at second. A breaking ball misses outside for ball 1 to Colby Driscoll. Driscoll 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. "1-0, this is fouled off for strike 1. That will even things up. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get something really good to eat. That Chick-fil-A breakfast is gone, I think.
Mine will be gone by the time we're done with this, I assure you that.
1-1. Flater deals. That's low for a ball. Ball 2.
Yeah, checked swing there and did not offer.
Slater toes in. Haas gives the sign. Throw back to second. Not in time as Spates back in standing up.
Yeah, coach not wanting to see that happen a second time. He was lucky to get away with the stolen base there as he did get caught.
Pitch high and outside for ball 3. Yeah, it looks like they've got some popcorn over at the concession stand, Jonathan.
Yeah, they said they were going to make an announcement. Did you dive into that kettle corn at all last night?
I did.
There you go.
I did. The 3-1, that's high for ball 4. And Flater issues his second walk of the inning.
And looks like coach is going to make his way out there to have a quick talk with his hurler.
Jaime Caro checking in. Let's go Raiders from El Presidente in Houston.
Okay.
Jaime Caro, the president of the Rouse Raider Baseball Booster Club.
Yes, sir. And
doing a fine job.
He is
working
the
with
man
the Booster
on
Club,
our side.
All these equipment.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, we're good. We're talking about where we're going to eat.
Oh, well, thank you.
We appreciate you, though.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
One of the fans here listening to our conversations of food.
And our mindless ramblings.
Going to offer a little bit of treat for us. So we thank her. Thank you very much. Those were good treats, too. Good for you. Healthy treats. Good for you. Healthy treats.
Yep.
Got to be
a lot healthier than that Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito.
What are you talking about? That was chicken.
Yeah.
Plus all the others.
all the cheese and
fried
potatoes.
Nothing wrong with cheese. Yeah, the potatoes were the problem.
Caro digs in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to third his first time up. That pitch gets the outside corner for a strike.
He is living and loving that spot right there. Yeah, Caden Flater's just hitting that spot over and over again and Guys are just not offering at it. Yeah, there it is.
Swing and a miss for strike 2, and you didn't pick this up. Adrian Graves, courtesy running for the pitcher.
Oh, yeah, I got a big screen in my way. You said you got a pole. I got a big screen here. I can't even sit there.
Flater from the stretch. Spates extends his lead at second. The 0-2. This is cut on and hit out to left.
Fly into shallow
Hawkins
wheat.
underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Caro for out number 2.
Yeah, again, weak fly, shallow left field. Wind blowing in. Anything that's going to be up in the air is not going to be any good.
Oh, did you get that wrong? Is that what it shows?
I don't know. Let's see.
So
Right field is Glenn Winkle.
on their line, on the lineup, it has Glenn Winkle in the right, so that's where we have our charge. So evidently, I guess they're wrong. Huh? Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, Landon Hawkinson in left. No. Glenn Winkle here.
Glenn Winkle in left, and
Get on y'all's coach. Look.
yeah, it's on his lineup card.
That's a non-district game. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's non-district. It's okay.
It's all right. Jacob Solis comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. He will take for ball 1.
So we'll make that adjustment if you want to make the adjustment on your card there, and I'll just remember that over here. Glenn Winkle is in left field.
Check swing and a miss for a strike.
We'd like to see a few hits get strung together here. A couple more guys out on the base path.
That is fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Solis.
But again, Caden Flater doing a really good job of keeping these hitters off balance. And
Flater comes set. The 1-2 pitch. That's high for a ball. 2-2.
yeah, looking to try to see if he could get Solis to chase on that high heat. And Solis nice and disciplined there and letting that one go by.
Mason Gonzalez on deck. Deuce is wild for Solis. That pitch way outside for ball 3, and the count goes full. You know, the good thing is, Jonathan, we actually get to sit down here. We stood the whole time last night.
I was going to say the same thing. I don't mind this at all. I mean, it is on a actual bleacher seats. I had a couple of chairs.
Payoff pitch. This is cut on and hit over to first. Bullard has it, and he will step on the bag. And the Raiders get no runs on no hit. They leave 2.
Yeah,
after 2.5, we're still scoreless here in Mumford.
I was going to say that's one of those hindsight 2020. Had we known that it was going to be a bleacher seating for us, I could have brought the couple of chairs that I have at the house. The bleacher seat, just like the little, what this gentleman's having over here, the little angle. We've got a couple of those back from our traveling with the, summer ball. Yes, sir.
Defensively for the Raiders, on the mound, number 8, Colby Driscoll. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. Number 22, Ashton Preston at first. Number 12, Christian Caro at second. Number 16, Jake Spates at third. Number 7, Jacob Solis at short. Number 14, Joe Burry in left. Number 6, Connor Thompson in center. And number 5, Noah Stover in right field. So I finally got the Raider defense.
Yes, yeah. Real quick, folks, just again, not having the screenshot to go with it, but just to go over 25-5A standings here. Liberty Hill, again, undefeated, resting at the top spot, going 6-0. 14 total wins and 4 losses on the season, no ties. The Raiders now, after going 0-2, losing both games to Liberty Hill, have righted the ship against Hayes and have now in the second spot at 4-2, 13-5 overall. Kyle Lehman, Glenn, Buda, and Cedar Park all tied at 3-3. Not really sure who actually has the higher up on that because this does not give it by the head-to-head, but I think maybe Cedar Park possibly is up there, and then Lockhart and Leander all at 1 and 5 to round out the order.
That pitch fouled back and out of play by Madden Hurd. Madden Hurd with Colton Haas on deck, and then back to the top of the order with Keaton Johnson. Pitch outside for ball one. That'll even things up at 1. Driscoll from the windup. That pitch down the middle for a strike. 1 and 2.
Yeah, so Liberty Hill sitting in the driver's seat for district play.
Breaking ball high for ball 2.
Have an opportunity for back-to-back district championships.
Joanne Colmore, and I missed her earlier, said, let's go Raiders. This is cut on and head out to left. Joe Burry underneath it. He'll make the catch. He didn't have to take but one step back.
Yeah, I mean, most solid shot we've had yet in this game, but it's right at Joe Burry as he just is relaxingly just throws the glove up and makes the catch. Yeah, that's one of those you tell the guy don't change a thing. That's a little snake bit there as it goes right at a fielder, but as hard as that hit, he could easily hit a gap.
That pitch high and inside for ball 1 to Colton Haas. Keaton Johnson on deck. The 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Sort of a half-hearted swing there. Wasn't sure if he wanted to offer at that, but by the time he thought twice about it, he'd already gone around.
The 1-1, that's low for ball 2. Nice fields here in Munford. They've got covered seating.
Yeah, reminiscent
right
of
down the middle for strike 2. 2-2.
Reminiscent of Georgetown. Yeah, it's not quite as big of a seating area.
Right, yeah.
Georgetown's quite a bit bigger, but same kind of.
That pitch down and away for ball 3, and Haas has worked the count full. What's that?
Oh, the ump was ready to take it, and he goes, "Oh no!" He walked over. Number 2 there on deck.
That's Johnson.
Yeah, Keaton Johnson's like, I got it.
Payoff pitch. This is hit back up to Solis. It's short. And that'll be a E6.
Yeah, real long throw there as Jacob Solis fields that deep in the hole and makes the throw across the diamond. And
that's the second
not
error on
fielded.
Raider fielders this afternoon.
Left side as well on both of them.
We do have a courtesy runner in for the catcher, Colton Haas.
Do we get a number?
I know it's got
24, a 2 in it. Which would be Nash Urban. Man, these are good names. Nash. I like that.
Back up at the top.
He is immediately
down
takes
to second.
off.
Will not be in time, and he will pick up a stolen base.
Yeah, just like that, he wasted no time at all. He wasn't even ready for easily steals that bag.
Driscoll goes to the stretch. That pitch in for a called strike. This is hit back over to short. Solis has it and will not have a play.
Now, he couldn't get the ball out of his glove. Fielded it cleanly, and when he went to go get the ball up, he couldn't get a grasp on there. And
runners on the corners for the Cougars. And Thomas Herring. Thomas Herring comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first.
So Raiders getting up to this point the most base runners, but College Station able to bring the first guy to third base for either side.
And Raiders have had 4 base runners. This is 3 for College Station. This is fouled back for strike
I
one.
would say one of the great things about how they have this set up is you do not have to worry as a fan here in the seating area of
A
being
ball
hit.
coming in on you.
I mean, there
over
are
the top of
no
the net.
open holes. There's nothing. I mean, there's a small hole. I guess it'd be.
The 0-1 gets the outside corner for strike 2. 2 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Nothing into the count to Herring.
And of course,
Corcoran on deck. That is fouled off.
Oh, and off of Pruitt. Thigh. Oh, yeah. He fouled that right off the quad, left quad of Carson Pruitt as he's trying to walk that one out. Don't rub it.
They tell you before, throw some dirt on it.
Right.
But you ain't got no dirt here. It's all turf. Guess you can grab some of those little rubber pebbles out.
Rub
it in. The 0-2, that's high for ball 1.
Yeah, this will be the first time we've seen Driscoll up against a stressful situation here with only 1 out. See how he can handle this.
1-2, that's high and inside for ball 2. 2-2.
That's always funny whenever the home plate umpire jumps up real quick. You're expecting that strike call or out call and ring him up, but that was definitely high and inside.
The 2-2 pitch. Just outside, and Johnson will pick up stolen base on defensive indifference. Runners at second and third.
Oh, yeah, I didn't make that adjustment, did I? There we go.
Driscoll steps off, and he will reset.
And again, just this is it. This is where you get to see what he's made of here in this situation. This could go a long way if he's able to claw his way out of the. All right, coach bringing the fielders in.
This hit over to third. Throw to first. In time.
Great stretch there
by
Ashton
Preston
as he's able to use that tall, lengthy frame to reach out there and snag that before it took a hop.
5-3 on the putout of Herring. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 12, Cade Corcoran.
Tell you what, if the bases were loaded, that was a patented triple play ball as Spates actually got that right next to the bag. And again, bases were not loaded, so he did have to make that lengthy throw across the diamond.
That pitch just misses outside for ball 1.
Little low, little outside.
Corcoran 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. Driscoll back to the windup. That pitch in for a strike right at the top of the zone.
Yeah, just bringing that one in just a hair from the last pitch and getting that strike call. Of course, sun trying to peek out here amongst all the clouds in the sky.
The wind blowing in from center field. This is cut on and
long run.
And that was only fouled by about a foot.
Yeah, long run from Stover. Almost getting to that to record the third out of the inning and get out of this inning. But
Corcoran turned on that one hard.
Yeah, he did. Again, another solid shot. Had it not been for that wind blowing it foul, I think that had a good chance of staying in. But then again, that may have allowed Stover an opportunity to run underneath it.
One. This is hit over to second. It'll be played by Caro. Throw to first in time, and that will do it. 4-3 on the putout of Corcoran to end the Cougar third. They get no runs on one hit. And they leave 2. Through 3 complete, we're still scoreless here in Mumford.
Yeah, threat avoided there. Good defense behind him and some good solid pitching from Driscoll.
Like Jack Doss on deck. That is if he's 42 in the maroon jersey. In the gray jersey, he's 23. In the white jersey, he's 42. But I'll have to rely on my expert analyst who has the lineups.
42 today. I mean, it looks like a Doss from size. That is a Jack Doss, wearing number 42 today.
And he will be hitting for Mason Gonzalez. Already into the 4th inning. As this one's moving quickly, and we're not quite an hour into this contest.
And again, that is
pitch
that
in for a strike.
Does absolutely love that spot.
Caden Flater back out on to pitch the 4th. And Doss gives this one a ride. And it will go foul to the fence.
And again, flip of the wrist there from Doss sends that almost to warning track power. Does go foul and avoids being caught as it bangs off of the, sounded like a metal fence out there.
And you look at Doss, and it's hard to believe this kid is just a freshman.
He's huge.
He's huge.
Oh,
he cuts on this one. This is hit back to Flater. He'll lob it over to first, and that will retire Doss. 1-3 on the putout.
Great job of hustle there from Jack Doss as he did everything he could to get up that line and at least try to make it something that Flater had to think about versus just a quick little out.
Well, Flater has done a good job of keeping Raider hitting off balance. The Raiders have only one hit him so far.
Yeah, and I'll be interested here. Again, Connor Thompson up for his second opportunity.
Yeah. Thompson, a strikeout victim, his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Well, and it was that inside pitch that got him. You know, has been the go-to pitch for Flater. Is he's really been giving that inside on the righty batters.
The 0-1, this is fouled back and out of play.
And both of those pitches were in that exact same spot. But what you'd like to see from Connor here is him be able to clear his hips out of the way and turn on that ball and rocket it up the third base line as opposed to pushing those right field on an inside pitch.
0-2, and he fouls this one away.
See, he's closed so much that the hands are coming in and everything's just fouling out to right.
Noah Stover on deck. 0-2 from Flater. That was high on the outside corner.
It's a good looking pitch. That was really close.
1-2. That pitch, wow, another good looking pitch. I guess it's just high coming across the plate.
I don't see. I mean, it caught a lot of the plate even from here. Yeah. It was well inside the
2-2. This is hit back up to second. This will be played by Hurd. Throw to first in time. 4-3. That will bring up Noah Stover. Stover hit into a fielder's choice his first time up.
It's funny, Hurd comes up with that ball and is like, all right, I got it. He looks up, he says, oh, shoot. He's 3/4 of the way up the line. I better get rid of this thing. Connor Thompson possesses a really good amount of speed there as our center fielder.
Swing and a miss. Actually, the umpire said that he got a piece of it.
Okay. Oh, dry. Yeah. Then he comes right back and right down the middle, and Stover just frozen.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. The Raiders go in order in the 4th. After 3.5, we're still scoreless here in Mumford. Due up for the Cougars, Glennawinkle, Bullard, and Martindale.
Okay, so we now have Driscoll
Behind the plate.
Moved from pitcher to catcher.
And we have Jacob Sines.
Jacob Sines has made his way in. And we will need to keep a good close eye here, folks, because, again, non-district has a tendency to see a lot of changes defensively. And so far, that is it.
Yeah, Michelle Nelson checking in. Let's go Raiders from Fort Worth. Michelle listening in. She may or may not be a relative.
Nelson?
Yeah, that's my sister.
May or may not,
Yeah, she is. I'll claim her every day of the
better,
week and twice
better.
on Sundays. Don't see any other defensive changes, did you?
No, sir. I went ahead and took a peek just because, again, to be expected to see quite a bit. And I thought that may be the case that, again, Mason Gonzalez was DHing to start for Carson Pruitt catching. And then once I saw that Driscoll was pitching, it made me think that he was going to probably make that move to catcher. Still probably will hit in the leadoff spot. And then the DH will
be
stay
heading
for
the pitcher for Sines.
Correct. And again, Mason Gonzalez making way in the DH slot for. You didn't make that adjustment, but
I did because Jack Doss is in the DH spot now.
Right.
Yep.
But on the.
Oh, I didn't mark it on here. I keep it in my book.
I figured you'd mark it on your.
I never marked the DH.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, if it's going to make you cry, I'll do it.
Feelings too. Come on.
All right, that one swung on and fouled back out of play. I mean, if it's going to make you cry, I'll fix it.
Everybody needs to be mentioned.
Jonathan says, well, I make that defensive chart for you. You need to take care of it. Swing and a miss for strike
Lord
2.
knows you didn't take care of it last night, getting it all wet.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, Mr. Lemonade.
Yeah, that lemonade was good. It was really good. It just sweat all over my table and got on my defensive charts. Pitch high and outside.
But it was Hasanawat to the rescue.
It was.
As is always the case.
Always
bringing the paper towels for the lemonade last night.
Yeah. Hasanawat's taking care of us. This is got on, and it was throw slow roller. Spates has it. Throw to first.
No, he was safe.
Not in time.
I mean, that was a really good defensive play. He didn't waste any time at all getting to that, making as good of a throw as he possibly could. And
well, the thing that I noticed this field plays really slow on ground balls,
which is not normally the case on a turf field.
I don't know if it's the backspin on the ball that's causing it to be that way, but this field does play slow.
Yeah, but that definitely goes down as an infield hit, folks. If you're keeping it at home, that was not an error on the part of the third baseman, Spates.
No, it's not. This has popped up.
And can we get... Oh!
And that will fall in for a base hit.
Spates doing everything he could to get on that. You had everybody crashing in. Burry from left. Jacob Solis making his way over from shortstop, and it lands just about a foot to 2 feet past the dirt grass line, the brown to green turf line there. And Spates tried to do his best over-the-shoulder wide receivers catch. And
he was the closest one to it to be able to play it. And that will bring up Cooper Martindale. That pitch misses for a ball.
Yeah, great
As
looking
he showed
pitch
bunt,
there.
he lays off.
Yeah, too far inside was that pitch, but it did look really good.
Glenwinkle extends his lead at second. Bullard holding pretty close to first.
Martindale.
Even though nobody's holding him on. Not sure where that pitch missed, but it's ball 2.
That one looked great. And once again, getting the ball call. Martindale sitting on a 2-0 count will possibly come around again and show bunt. No, he does not. Ah, there it is.
The 2-0. This one he does bunt. Played by Spates. Throw to first in time.
Signs.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That'll be a sack bunt.
yeah, able to execute perfectly there.
That'll go 1-3. Runners at first and second for Landon Hawkins.
Second and third.
What did I say?
First and second.
I thought I said third and second. Did I? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to tell me.
Finish your coffee.
I'm thinking I said third and second, but maybe I did. Somebody correct me.
All right,
Hawkins will take for a strike.
Signs coming right back at him. Again, not
2 on with 1 out.
And those 2 runners are getting on with very slow, just not anything crushed here, but still able to find their way on the base path and threatening again here in back-to-back innings.
The 0-1, that misses inside for ball 1.
Now, again, we talked a little bit about this last night, Michael, and look at the position of the home plate umpire.
Yep.
Exactly where it needs to be. So I thought it possibly was a training thing with umpire school, because I know they all
think most of them that's what they'll do.
They sit behind them.
Maybe this is a different chapter down here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking where he's positioned, honestly.
This is hit into left field. This will score 1.
Got him. All right.
And he tried to turn it into a double.
And got a little greedy, thinking he could catch somebody sleeping defensively. And
Landon Hawkins with an RBI single and then thrown out. That will go 7. Was that played by Carl? That was played by Signs. Solis, right?
Solis. Yeah, Solis, sorry.
7-6.
6. Well, no, 7-5. 5-6.
Oh, it went to third first?
Yeah, it went to third. It went to actually Spates first. Spates made the throw. Yeah, it was 7-5, 5-6. Or 7-5-6. There you go.
That pitch misses for ball 1 to Madden Hurd. Madden Hurd 0 for 1. He flew out to left his first time up. This is hit back up the middle. This will be played by Caro and goes underneath his glove. Didn't even get his glove on it.
No,
and that'll be a base hit.
You can't.
And an RBI single.
You should call that an error but he didn't touch the glove, but still,
It was routine play.
In coach's eyes, that would be designated as an error, even though it's not going to go down on the books as such. But I'll tell you what, that hit from Hawkinson has been one of the strongest hits that there has been in this game. And
Hawkinson, I have it down as Hawkins.
Hawkinson?
Yeah, you have Hawkins.
Oh, I do have Hawkins, don't I?
Yes, you do. Have I been saying his name wrong?
Probably so, since I just saw it on this board. No,
that is an EA.
EA.
Hurd will pick up a stolen base.
Yeah, Hawkins' son. You get the strike call, though, on that pitch from Signs.
1-1 the count to Haas. Haas reached on an error earlier and was left stranded at third base. Breaking ball sails high for ball 2.
And not able to get on top of that one was Signs as he floated that one in. Go and look at your texts there, Mr. Francis. You got quite a few texts here on your phone.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
This is hit out to center field. Connor Thompson underneath it makes the catch to retire the side, but they get 2 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 1.
Yep, and back out on the mound is Caden Flater for his 4th inning of work.
Coach Thompson says either go to Wings and More or Copy Bridge.
Yeah, Wings and More is always what I've been told. That is again my co-worker that born and raised here. That is his spot. He said the Wings and More is phenomenal, and I'm all about some wings. I have no problem with that. And it was, what was the other one? Copper or something?
Copy Bridge.
Copy Bridge.
Koppe Bridge.
Now, is that where somebody else had mentioned burgers earlier?
Yeah, Caleb Driscoll mentioned it.
Okay, Copy Bridge for the burgers. So we can either be a chicken wings or burgers.
Number 22, Caden Flater back on to pitch the 5th. Due up for the Raiders in the 5th. Preston, Spates, and Burry.
And real quick, let's see if any defensive changes.
Nana says, I love watching the Raiders play and listening to you both as you make it so entertaining. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Nana.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate you chiming in and letting us know you enjoy it. We love having a little fun out here and trying to keep it light and talk a little baseball all at the same time.
And a little smack from time to time.
Yes, sir.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Preston popped up to short his first time up. Pitch down and away for ball 1.
Not seeing any defensive changes here for. Nope. Yep. Nope. No defensive changes.
1-1. This is got on and hit back over to shallow short. Second, and a throw.
And a little
time. Madden Hurd comes in on the ball, and he makes the throw to Bullard in time. That will go 4-3.
I saw a quick grab of the hamstring there from Ashton. Preston there as he just got to first, trying to leg that out.
That'll bring up Jake Spates. Spates 0 for 0. He reached on a walk his first time up. That pitch misses outside for ball 1.
That looked really good again.
Nice turnout here. Pitch misses for ball 2.
Yeah, both sides. We still have a decent amount of the Rouse faithful here.
Swing and a miss. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think this is not the first time you've had to correct us, Nona. Just that double N threw me off. Because I do have a Nona in my life, and it was Nona.
Nana.
So, and you'd think as an Italian I would know that. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the count goes full. But thank you for that. I appreciate that correction.
What was the correction? What happened?
That pitch misses for ball 4, and Spates has drawn back-to-back walks. That'll bring up Joe Burry. Burry struck out looking his first time up on that deceptive little breaking ball.
And we'll see if he goes.
That he kind of checked his swing and then.
Yep. And knew afterwards when he shook his head, like,
Burry fouls this one back out of play for strike one.
And once again, coming straight back on the inside where he has just been painting that spot all afternoon here.
Nona says can be spelled either way. You know, I think she corrected us a couple of years ago. And I want to say it was when we were down at Coastal Bend. Pitch misses outside.
Yeah, great looking pitch that's just not being called. And
this one is popped up and will head out of play.
But as is usual, this game is full of adjustments here, especially for the pitcher. You know, you got to make that adjustment. If you're not going to get that outer half, you stay away and keep pounding the inside like he has been. It's been working very well for him. See if he goes back to it here.
Flater deals. This one is hit out to shallow left. Glennewinkle in on it. They'll make the catch, and that will do it for Burry.
Once again, hitting it up into this breeze is just not going to travel. Got to stay flat and level through that contact and keep the ball down.
The Raiders have not had a base runner reach third base this afternoon.
Period, yeah. I mean, we've
Had
it first and second a couple of times. And
throw over to first will not be in time. As Spates gets back in safely. Driscoll has struck out and walked. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second.
And nobody's covering. Go, get up and go. There's that third. Yeah, I mean, nobody was actually covering on the middle infield, and out of nowhere comes Keaton Johnson trying to at least make a catch on that ball that the catcher, again, did what he's supposed to do. You know, you got somebody stealing, you're coming up, throwing to that bag, and he did just that. And
stolen base. How do you ring that up as an error if the fielders didn't cover it?
Well, that's an error. I mean, you got to
contact. E2?
No, you can't count it on him because, again, what are you supposed to do as a defender? Throw it to the bag. It's their job to be there and actually receive that. So Keaton's the one that it bounced off of, so you're going to go E6.
Nothing into the count to Driscoll. That pitch misses low for ball one. Christian Caro on deck. 1-2. This is
right off his bum.
Off the throw to
Still
first.
able to play it.
Still able to play it. Driscoll couldn't beat it out.
Don't rub it. Sticking with it was Caden Slater.
1-3. And that will keep the Raiders off the board. Two up for the Cougars in their half of the fifth. Back to the top of the order, Keaton Johnson, Thomas Herring, and Cade Corcoran.
Yeah, nobody else was going to be able to play that ball, so it had to be Caden Slater that turned and found it, and he was able to do so and still make the toss in time.
I think that him being a lefty definitely helped him in that position.
Yes, sir.
Jacobs, Signs back out on the mound.
Yep, and then
got it.
Rolls
Jake Spakes, Jake Signs, and
Jake
Feliz. So, I mean, he got three Jacobs Jacobs,
Yep.
right? That's in there.
And they're all in the left side of.
Yeah, that's kind of what you were telling me on the way here on one of Caden's teams. They had 3 Cadens and they played them all right in a row or in the lineup.
Just when we thought we had a unique name with him, and they're everywhere as we started getting into baseball, and it was always funny, more reason why, most of them are going by last name,
Raiders get no runs on no hits. They leave 1. And we're trailing by 2. 2-0.
Here to start the
College
bottom of the
Station.
5th. C-Stat. BCS.
Keaton Johnson will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out.
Got him.
And it gets him on the shoulder.
Yeah, very light glance. So first time we have hit a batter. We've gotten hit, right? Is that right? Do we have one guy that's
Nope.
gone on hit by pitch? Okay.
Nope.
So that was the first one of the game?
Yep, that's the first one.
All right.
We went a full game yesterday without anybody getting hit by a pitch by either side.
Not the case in Tuesday's game.
No. For sure. That will bring up Thomas Herring. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded third. That pitch way outside for ball 1.
Oh, we got number 6 in.
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 6 has come in to pitch hit Miles Simpson. M-Y-L-E-S, Miles. As he slashes at that one foul. Even the count at 1.
I'm glad we got the fans in the stands.
Oh, and Andrew Gonzalez is it defensively at first.
Andrew Sanchez.
Gonzalez. Where did Gonzalez come from?
EA. This is
and fly ball if he's able to make. If he's able to get on it, he would have easily had a double play, but not able to get in on that ball. Late reaction, late jump. Is that still? Yep, that is still defensively being played by Noah Stover out in right field. Oh, we got all kinds of defensive adjustments. Scott Knight is in at short. Guess I wasn't looking earlier. Did you catch that, Michael?
I did. Scott Knight at short.
Scott Knight at short. Still Christian. Still Spates.
Pitch gets the inside corner for a strike.
And still Burry, so.
Corcoran is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded to second. 2 on with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. This is hit over to second. This could be 2.
Get it out of your glove. Yeah. Just 2 double clutches, both from Caro and Scott Knight, and allows the runner to.
That'll go 4-6 on the putout of Simpson. On the fielder's choice.
Yeah, again,
runners on the corners.
Crisply hit ball like that.
For Eric Glenwinkle. Glenwinkle is 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled and came around to score. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and away for strike 1.
And again, runners on the corners. We do have the double play ball alive here, so not really too worried if you could execute. And he's running and gone. And okay. Does draw the throw, but it is cut off by Christian Caro to see if they could bait the base runner at third into taking off, and he was not doing that. So
The 0-2.
okay, so
And Glenn.
Great job, and that was a strike him out, throw him out.
Yeah, that was Keaton Johnson.
Right? That's 3 outs. Yeah. I mean, nobody seems to be making their move, but it was a strikeout at home plate, and
then
who was that?
Base running error, Keaton Johnson.
Keaton Johnson gets caught in no man's land
and that'll be a 1-2.
2.
No, just a 2, right? No, I don't know how that.
The third out would be 2 solo.
2 solo.
Because he tagged him without having to make a throw, but there was a strikeout, so yeah, just 2 solo, huh? Because he received the pitch, which was a strikeout. Ooh, look at that. Man, that's some mean-looking nachos right there. Chili cheese with jalapenos.
That looks like a trip to the bathroom.
Yeah, I tell you,
In just a
that is
minute.
absolutely loaded down, too. Man, that, woo.
Oh,
That's your system, though, that's for sure, huh?
oh, you know it.
All right.
Either it's going to clog it or it's going to flush it out.
Question now. Looks like we're still back with Caden
Flater back out on the mound to pitch the 6th. Due up for the Raiders in the 6th. Caro, Solis, and Doss, which we have Knight on deck for Solis.
We do have a new right fielder is
That'll
Miles.
swerve away from Haas.
So Miles Simpson has gone in right field for Glenn Winkle. No, that's not correct. For
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson was in right. Now it's Miles Simpson out there. And
1-1 the count to Caro.
no other changes.
Later winds and deals. This is hit over to second. This will be played by Hurd to throw to first in time. That'll bring up Scott Knight for his first opportunity of the day.
Hitting for Jacob Solis and replacing him defensively.
Solis went 0 for 2.
There's that spot, and that's the first time I've actually seen that not be called a strike.
Right?
You know, that's that spot he's been living in.
The 1-0.
And he goes right back and gets the strike call.
Same pitch and calls it a strike.
That one was a little bit tighter to the plate, but still.
1-1. This is cut on and hit over to third.
Oh, foul ball. No, he's calling a no pitch, or did he call that as a foul?
I don't know. We'll see.
No, he's
calling it a strike.
Call it a foul.
Foul.
Got to figure foul because he called dead ball.
1-2. This is fouled back.
All right, chasing 2 runs here are your Rouse Raiders.
That they're running out of outs.
Yeah, and they are. We're top of 6 here. Got 5 more outs to go.
Pitch outside for a ball. 2-2. He held his swing up. So
good job of laying for that one. Just same pitch as the last one. And again, Antsy wanting to make something happen is Scott Knight here, but you don't want to
works it back to a full count. That pitch inside for ball 4. Raiders have a base runner on for Jack Doss.
Again, Jack Doss, a little flip of the wrist earlier, sent that ball deep out to foul territory down left field line, but he did make contact. A little slow roller back to
the
second baseman. Yeah. Oh, it was a pitcher?
Yeah,
okay.
Pitcher.
Could have made it to second.
1-3. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Coach said he's pretty athletic with the bat. He has a good swing, and see if he can't keep the inning alive here.
Pitch low for ball 1. That was the 4th walk that Flater has given up this afternoon.
And he is up against 93
Turn that
pitches.
crowd bike down just a bit. That wind is really whipping.
Yes, it is. So just getting a quick talk to here. Second time he's been to the mound, but again, he's on 93 pitches. It is Flater, so he's had the duration of this game.
Yeah, it's very breezy here, but you can feel the heat, the wind driving the heat off the turf into the stands.
And again, sun coming out very well now, even though we're still on a very overcast day, but sun finding its little slots to shine through here. I know that turf definitely gets hot during the summer, though. Wow.
1-1 the count to Doss. Flater comes set. Pitch inside for ball 2.
Again, trying to work that inner half again and starting to get away from him a little bit. Maybe a little fatigue in the arm.
Connor Thompson on deck. This is hit back over to short. This could be trouble.
Oh, he's off the bag. So again, they make the first part of the double play easily, and
6-4.
The throw sees.
And it's a fielder's choice.
Bullard not able to keep that foot on the bag as he's called as off, and Doss is safe. But again, 2 outs and only 1 on.
Well, your speed on the base paths just took a
huge hit.
Huge hit. Thompson will lay off.
Yeah,
ball 1.
Great pitch there. Calls the ball. I think that missed too much over the middle of the plate.
The 1-0. That's high for ball 2. Wings and more, huh?
Yeah. There's
that pitch is there.
There's a strike. What were they saying last night? I guess it takes some swinging at the pitch to get a strike call from you.
All right.
Although that was not swinging. There it was.
That is swung on and missed.
Tell you what, yeah, you have one of the speediest Raiders at the plate here with
a 2-2.
Possibly one of the slower guys in front of him.
Deuce is wild. This is cut on and hit deep to short. The throw will not be in time.
Honestly, Connor actually started slowing up a little bit before the bag there, thinking that he had it really easily, but that ball was close. And now looks like we will have a pause. Yeah, this is third visit, so he's going to have to pull him. And we do have number 30. Nope, 31 is going out to left field.
Like Glennewinkle may be coming in on relief.
Yep.
They're bringing a glove to him. Flater had an outstanding afternoon.
Very much so. I can recap that.
Surprised that they really pulled him.
Well, again, he's 97 pitches.
Oh, is he at 97?
Yeah, he's at 97 pitches and up against the 110 count, and obviously now having the walk as well as giving up, and he's not really hitting his slot. So
who went to left? 31?
Left field was 31, which is Luke Beck. Luke Beck makes his way out into left field in replacement of Glenn Winkle. Glenn Winkle comes in to replace Flater. And a little three-quarter slot, almost sidearm motion here from the tall righty. And real quick recap here as Flater leaves, having gone 5 2/3 inning, allowing only 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. No hit batters on 98 pitches, 60 for strikes. So really good numbers there. As he started out a lot higher on that strikeout percentage, but I'm sure as the dad who was probably recording realizes there should have been a lot more strikes called, from the arm of Flater.
Yeah.
Of course, on the flip side of that, we did have Driscoll going 3 innings, allowing only 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. So Colby Driscoll had a really good outing there. 50 pitches, 36 for strikes. So again, looked really solid there for Driscoll, with at least my first opportunity to see him on the mound.
Steps up to the plate. He's hitting to a fielder's choice, and he is struck out. Andrew Sanchez on deck. That pitch in for a strike. It's one of the lower strikes.
I was just about to say that same thing. He definitely was a bit lower.
0-1 the count.
Woo!
This is hit foul down the left field line for strike 2.
Well, power versus power. Glenn Winkle with a really solid arm here coming in, and obviously you get somebody with the size of Stover able to turn on that ball and make good solid contact, but does drive it foul.
Glenn Winkle checks the runner.
And that is thrown
third.
Behind.
And that's Adrian Graves, courtesy running.
Of course, now 1 and 2 is.
Or actually, is he pinch running?
Yeah, Connor, and pinch running. I mean, he could potentially come in as the DH, but I would assume pinch running. As
runners
you said, get
second and third,
especially now that you have runners in scoring position.
Yeah, he's pinch running for Jack Doss.
Correct. Jack Doss will continue to be the DH.
That pitch down and away, and the count will even at 2.
Yeah, it's always interesting, that first breaking pitch that they throw. A lot of the times, I know Caden did that quite often. He just never had a good grasp on there, and that ball would go who knows where. Oh, pretty pitch. That was a strike and not called. Wow. I don't know. That was beautiful. I mean, if anything, maybe a bit high.
Full count. Yeah, it's a nice looking pitch. I'm surprised.
I mean, Stover's not the tallest of guys, and it did come over more numbers.
The payoff pitch, it misses inside for ball 4.
I think he actually hit him. I'm not sure if he hit him.
He didn't throw his hands up in the air.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah.
All right. He would have,
yeah.
Of course, you would expect that he would do that. But
so he issues the walk, and that will load the bases for
Andrew
Sanchez. And he's had some opportunity
so Andrew coming
as of late, and gets another opportunity right here to make things happen and get the Raiders on the board and extend the inning.
Yeah, Andrew coming in for Ashton Preston, who was at the first base slot and did see, I think he may have came up a little bit lame on that. I saw him, like I said, grabbing at that right leg when he was trying to run out the ball earlier.
This is line to short. And that will do it for the Raiders.
I mean, great solid contact there off the bat of Andrew Sanchez, just right at the waiting Keaton Johnson at short. Didn't even have to move. It's where you like to see the solid contact. You'd rather see it in the hole to allow the base runners to score. Okay, we now have another new pitcher here for Corbin Orlikowski.
Corbin Orlikowski.
I'll give that to you. Corbyn, Corbin Orlikowski, number 10. Orlikowski is pretty much as it sounds. Orli Kowski. Kowsky. SKI. Sorry. Orlikowski Corbin. He has the Y in the first name and no Y's in Orlikowski.
We got the owl here.
Yeah, we do, man. Making sure to keep them birds out of here.
Like I'm in the FFA. Can't remember what officer was stationed by the owl, but here by the owl.
All right, Spates. Burry.
Knight.
Connor Thompson. Still Andrew
Caro.
Noah Stover. Yep, nothing. No other changes. No other changes. Orlikowski comes in replacement of Signs. Signs, give you a quick review on his outing here this afternoon. Signs does leave us with going 2 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs allowed, 1 earned, no strikeouts, no walks, and he did hit 1 batter on 26 pitches, 16 for strikes. So not a lot of pitches on 2 innings worth of work. So, but did give up the 4 hits.
Raiders in that at bat got no runs on 1 hit, and they left them loaded. And after 5.5, it's 2-0 College Station. Due up for the Cougars, Bullard, Martindale, and it'll probably be Luke Beck. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Pitch outside for ball 2.
And again, same spot there, just trying to creep his way.
Bullard is 1 for 2. He popped up to second and has singled and scored. He was the second run that scored.
There we go.
Pitch gets the outside corner for a strike.
Like I say, he's just trying to sneak in on that outside half there and just getting a little closer on each pitch. Again, Orlikowski also out of that 3/4 right arm slot.
Pitch outside for ball 3.
Not quite full to a sidearm motion, but very close.
Boy, he has made some quick work of those nachos.
And that is driven.
This is popped up and
Shallow
playable.
left.
Joe Burry. Underneath it, he'll make the catch, and that will retire Bullard for out number 1.
Yeah, you think that those things were good. And now number 9.
That'll bring up Cooper Martindale. Martindale has a sacrifice bunt, and he has reached on an error. Orlikowski winds and deals. That's just up out of the zone for ball 1. Pitch high for ball 2.
Yep. Over the plate, but high.
I guess we need to get us one of those Raiders rally caps.
Yeah, the little upside down. I saw
Yeah.
that. It's like,
Wow, that was a generous call right there on the outside corner. 2-1.
I like the new gray and white trucker cap over here. It's probably another one of Coach Thompson's makes there with the Texas.
The 2-1 from Orlikowski, high and outside for ball 3.
Texas logo, or Texas with the, if he turns here again, this gentleman here to my right.
Hassanawat.
No. He's black with white. I'm talking about this one here, the gray and white trucker hat.
That pitch inside for ball 4.
It's got the Rouse colors.
Yeah.
It's got the Rouse colors with the. Can't quite see him. Sitting next to Phil Gonzalez.
Call him a name. I'm sure he'll turn around.
Hey, you.
One on with one out. For Luke Beck. No, it isn't Luke Beck. Number 10. That was Landon Hawkinson. So they brought Hawkinson back in.
Okay. So he's still hitting for himself, but not in defensively. Interesting.
That pitch.
Inside.
High and inside for ball 1.
Again, Orlikowski's struggling a little bit to find the strike zone here through the first couple of batters.
Orlikowski checks the runner at first. Breaking ball outside for ball 2.
And we do have immediate action here with Cooper Dye is up in the bullpen for the Raiders.
Coach Crimp is going to call time.
You got to be on the mound. He's telling him he's got to be on the mound. You don't walk all the way to meet your coach half the way to the dugout. He's telling him, hey, man, we're going to meet up here on the mound. Hang out up here, buddy.
He's probably thinking, man, I'm about to get yanked.
He did. He's like walking over to hand him the ball before he even gets out there. It's like, no, man, this is a great opportunity in a non-district competition
to get an opportunity to play, and so we're seeing that.
And see what you can do, right? Yes, you're up against, okay, you're having a little bit of a hard time finding that strike zone. Let's see if you can work through it, find your position, make the adjustments that you need to make without being told so, and find that groove. He's not that far off. It's just quick little adjustments that may need to be made on his part.
Throw over to first. Oh, and that will get by Sanchez and go to the fence. And Martindale will scamper down to second.
That's
on the E1.
E1. That throw was in a good spot, just a hair low. I think it actually almost beat the runner back to the bag, but then hits him, so it unable to be fielded by Andrew Sanchez.
Orlikowski comes set. The 2-0 delivery, that's down and away for ball 3.
Oh, there we go. Now she's in the way. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Now.
3-0 the count to Hawkinson. That pitch way outside. And that's going to be it for Orlikowski.
Yeah, he's automatically looking for Cooper Dye. Is it Cooper? No.
Nope, 31.
Okay. I saw Cooper Dye getting ready, but.
Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, number 31.
Here's the one. Here you go, Mr. I'm the man when it comes to enunciation. Somebody's going to have to help us with that one. I knew this day was coming.
Abhishek Ithabothel. And they just call him AA for short.
AA.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Double A. We're just going to go Double A, and he accepts that. So I'm a stickler because I like to say their names, but I need to talk to him to see. Abhishek.
No.
All right, so we're asking some parents to see if they know.
So we get the AA from the parents.
We need
get
some phonetic.
What's Abhishek? So they just said it's Abhishek, and I'm like, yeah, that's the first name. We need the last name too, folks.
That's what I'm saying. I need a phonetic
Ithabothel
spelling. Ithabothel.
I'm going Ithabothel. Abhishek Ithabothel.
You know, people are probably laughing at us right now.
Hey, man, that's okay.
It sounds like you're making it up.
Well, I told one of the guys last night in the game, he wanted to know, obviously you're getting the rosters over to the PA announcers for the other side, and hey, any names we need to worry about? And I'm like, there's definitely a few in there that I know one. I said Hanasanawa or Hasanawa, and he goes, bless you. I was like, exactly.
Madden Hurd comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to left. He shows bunt, and he'll foul it for strike 1.
Two on, one out.
Runners at first and second.
First and second.
Or second and third.
When did they go to? Oh, I thought you said that was a foul.
That what was?
That pitch.
No, it was a ball or a strike. What? I have strike.
Oh, strike, and he dropped it. I thought he fouled it off.
Well, get by Driscoll, and that will see a run come home. And
again, that is
a wild pitch. And the runner will advance to third. 1-1 the count to Hurd. That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Hurd. Colton Haas on deck.
Ooh, great looking pitch, but he wasn't giving them that earlier, so staying true to form here and calling that a ball.
He had a little bit of mustard on that one.
That did have a little pop of knocked a little dirt off of Driscoll's glove there.
This is hit foul and back out of play.
All right. Oh. They put an extra strike on the press box there on the scoreboard, and he just corrected it.
2-2.
Oh, yeah.
Catches him looking for strike 3.
Great spot as he was able to paint that outer corner with no swing and gets to second out here, but not before another run is scored. And
Raiders trailing by 3. As Colton Haas will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Actually, he's 0 for 1. He reached on an error and flew out to center.
Yeah, good job of laying off there. Good pitch, just didn't bite fully and able to check his swing. And there's the other.
And Driscoll climbs the ladder to get that one for ball 2.
Well, just like Glenn Winkle's first attempt at the breaking pitch got away from him, not able to keep the grip. And AA does the same there, Abishal.
Swing and a miss for a strike. 2-1. The Mumford baseball field, folks, is out here in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by a bunch of cornfields. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and the count goes 2-2.
Yeah, a few distant tree lines that you can see in the far off.
Yeah, but it's
countryside. Beautiful.
This is
beautiful
nice,
area.
man. Just beautiful area.
It's God's country.
This is cut on and hit down to third. This will be played by Spades. The throw to first in time. And that will do it for The Cougars 6, they get 1 run on no hits. They leave 1.
All right. Your Rouse Raiders down to their last 3 outs here to
And
make
after
something happen.
6 complete, it's 3-0 Cougars. Due up for the Raiders, Spates, Burry, and Driscoll. That's your 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
And Mr. Glenn Winkle's back in for his next inning of work. And the breeze has just been very steady, still in from center field. Got the flag coming right back at us here from left center wall. And again, any defensive changes? Still defensively, we still have out in right field Miles Simpson. And 31, yep.
Luke Beck.
Yep.
Thomas Herring.
9, 2, 23. Yep, everybody's still defensively the same here for College Station. And up to bat is
Raiders only have 2
Mr.
hits on the
Spates.
afternoon.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Far cry different from last night.
First pitch offering in for a strike. Spates has 2 walks and pitch inside for a ball. 1-1 pitch. This is fouled back and out of play. Well, the count goes 1-2. Glennawinkle winds and deals the 1-2 pitch. That's high for ball 2.
Good eye there, letting that one go. Again, up in the zone. Not anything that's been called tonight. Today. Not tonight. Today. This afternoon.
2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will do it for Spates. He's retired for the first time this afternoon.
And here's Joe Burry.
Joe Burry is 0 for 2. He is struck out looking and has flown out to left. Colby Driscoll on deck. The Raiders down to their final 2 outs. This is hit foul down the left field line for strike 1.
Coach says, yeah, my fielding days are over. I'm not even making an attempt at that.
Well, we'll ding him on that coach's box fielding percentage. He'll take the hit. 0-1, that pitch down and away for ball 1.
A good pick there from Haas.
So going back to what Jonathan had told me yesterday, I know I mentioned it way early in the broadcast, so it's like, what were you talking about? Well, he drove us down here, so he said, I fly, you buy, and that will hit Burry on the shoulder.
And hit the umpire as well, and he is on his back.
Nope.
I don't know where that got him at, but
the umpire needs to take his base.
He needs water.
And he has been hit. Where did it get him?
I have no idea. He's not really favoring any particular.
Did it get him in the?
Woohoo. the way he has hit the ground, and the left field umpire is walking over with a big grin on his face. So
I think they know he got hit.
yeah, he may
He got
have
hit he got hit somewhere that's very sensitive.
He doubled over pretty quick, y'all, and
He's still
went to
feeling
the ground.
it.
Yeah,
That's up in the kidneys.
yeah, he somebody went away to hide. Yeah, all they can do is all the other guys can do is just grin and smile and go, thank goodness that was not me.
It's like, Bill, you gonna be all right? Yeah.
Oh, Jack, baby. Oh man, yeah, that's hey, he's up. He's up.
Usually when a guy gets hit there, he rolls over and he's grabbing down there.
Yeah, no, he just gave a quick little. Of course, the normal response to that is cup check. And evidently, folks, he is not suited up properly today.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he was because he just got underneath. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of that.
And so in comes Colby Driscoll to see if he can
keep the Raider inning going.
Keep this alive here.
Raiders have not been able to score in this contest. Michelle goes, ouch.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the year. Ouch. All right, Colby Driscoll.
Glenwinkle will deal. That's inside for ball one. Driscoll is 0 for 2. He has struck out, grounded to the pitcher, and walked.
Oh.
He goes around on that one for strike one.
That was sort of a defensive move out of the way as that ball was high and inside, and just so happened that the bat traveled through the zone there.
1-1. This is hit back up the middle. This could be 2.
Now
it's just going to be 1.
Yeah, with where he had to field that, it would have been very difficult to make that throw over to second base.
2 away.
Across his body and
for Christian Caro. Caro is 0 for 3. Gosh, you don't normally say that.
No.
About him. He's
been really hitting the ball well.
Grounded to third, grounded to second, and is flown out to left.
The flyouts is what you want to stay away from, but I'd love to see something smack down the left field line and at least played a run here for the Raiders.
That pitch misses for ball one.
And the fact with Glenwinkle throwing it sort of that, again, three-quarter slot, keeping it outside, be easy to reach out there and just smack something down the third base line.
Well, you got some speed with Joe Burry at second.
See,
that pitch gets the outside corner, a low pitch.
That's the one to hit right there. You got to be looking for that and just be looking to drive that hard down the left field line. And he's crowding the plate like we like to see.
1-1. This is
that's
hit out to right.
No, and it gets down.
That's going to score Burry.
He's still running. He's putting the lead.
And he will
third.
Hold up at third, and the Raiders have erased the goose egg.
Yeah, with the
that'll be a stand-up triple.
Again,
RBI triple for Caro.
Great chase for Corcoran and Simpson, both trying to get to that ball. Corcoran lays out and just not able to get a glove on that as it squeaks in between them. Again, sort of in no man's land, but
that'll bring up Scott Knight.
And a visit to the mound. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's hurt.
Well, is that a shortstop?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think he's got something in his eye.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, he's definitely going at the eye, but I don't. Was it where the ball came in, or?
No, he's the shortstop.
Yeah, that's Keaton Johnson.
Yeah, he's the one that's hurt. Or got something in his eye.
Yeah, definitely got something in his eye, but And we do have a new pitcher.
pitching change.
Number 1, Jake Boggan. Boggan.
Jake.
Jake Boggan, number 1 for College Station, making his way in to replace Glenn Winkle. Glenn Winkle
go back to left?
Did not go back out to left. His day is over, as he's going to look to go probably grab his bands and do his post pitching stretches, possibly.
Scott Knight drew the walk back in the 6th. He's 0 for 0. Jack Doss on deck. The tying run is at the plate, so this is actually a save situation for Jake Boggan.
Yep, and Scott Knight representing that tying run at the plate. At least a hit here assures us of most likely a second run.
That pitch misses low for ball 1.
Christian Caro waiting patiently over at third for his opportunity to cross the plate.
1-0, that's inside for ball 2.
Almost glancing off of the strap hanging down from his arm guard.
Scott, the younger brother of Jack Knight. Check swing, he lays off for ball 3. That was a great looking pitch.
Asking for the appeal, and the umpire over on the first base line just stood there and stared at him. That didn't even.
The 3-0 from Boggan.
About to say
outside corner.
That was definitely a strike there. All right, now he's ready.
3-1 the count. Boggan from the windup. That is cut on and hit foul down the right field line.
Very close there. And again, had that seen itself fair and past first baseman, Scott Knight could have been running for a while.
Raiders down to their final strike.
Yeah, full count here.
Payoff pitch coming up. Boggan deals.
Check swing,
and he went around. That's the ball game.
And they're asking for the appeal. Yeah. Coach is asking for the appeal from no?
No, he's not. Oh, the umpire has got words for
Crimp was asking him. And he's making his way out of here quick, like he's a man on a mission.
All right. Well, strikeout for Jack Knight. They say he went around.
I wouldn't say that he did, but.
Well, regardless.
I'm
saying that's what the umpire said, and that's what I got to put in my book.
Yes, sir.
So the Raiders drop one here in Mumford and some non-district play to the College Station Cougars. The Raiders will be back in action on Tuesday at Cedar Park. Back in District 25 5A play.
And back to a 7 o'clock first pitch. 6:45 will be the attempted airtime.
Attempted airtime. It depends. The setup in Cedar Park is a little bit different, the way they have us all set up out there. So usually VIPE has their stuff set up.
Yes, sir.
Doing their broadcast. And so, there's not really a good place for us to set up except
we got
right down at the very bottom. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, down in front of them. So I guess they'll set their camera where they don't get us in their broadcast. But
yeah, we'll be at the base level there, Jonathan stands.
Jonathan will go over the final numbers, and then we'll wrap it up and head back to Leander.
Again, final numbers here. 3-1 is the final score. College Station taking down your Rouse Raiders, they did have a combined 3 pitchers on the College Station side. Finishing it out was Boggin in the save situation, going 1/3, allowing no hits, 1 strikeout, no walks, with a combined total of 5 walks on 6 strikeouts for the College Station pitching staff. On the flip side, the Rouse Raiders did go 4 pitchers, having thrown 5 strikeouts, and again, only 2 walks, both of those issued by Orlikowski, the only one to allow walks in this inning on his 1/3 of innings pitched. So again, really good there on the defensive side. We did find 3 errors back into the error column for the Rouse Raiders. But again, only 2 walks, so that's nice. College Station only having 1 error in this game. Total batters, we did have 24 come to plate. Only 3 total hits in this game for your Raiders on 5 walks and 6 strikeouts.
After 15 hits last night?
Yes, sir. And just
can only generate 3 today.
Yeah, not overall, not solid enough to get the win, although it was a close game for pretty much the duration. So we will see you Tuesday evening. Let everybody know. Again, big game for us. Cedar Park trying to make a little bit of a run back. Raiders, coming off of a 2-0 shutout against the
sweep
Hayes
against
Hawks,
the Hayes Hawks,
after being swept by
the Liberty Hill
Panthers
after sweeping the Grizzlies.
Yes.
So it's been a
series
of sweeps for the Rouse Raiders.
Yeah, one or the other seems to be able
district
to
play this year. So for Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. We want to thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball here on SHN Sports. Have a great afternoon.